Ladies and gentlemen, it's a stadium game. We're back.
The lineups are locked, and we're ready for one heck of a match.
So I'm gonna kind of spoil this game because it's an incredible game.
Welcome to the
Really, really good game actually.
teams are gearing up. Every choice is crucial.
But I'm gonna spoil part of it right away. Let's go through the powers first of all and the items that we pick round one. Immediately chain grasp, frenzy amplifier, ballistic buffer, weapon grease. I'll explain that shortly, but we're going to make a change to that. So, I get rid of ballistic buffer because they've got a Moira. And I'm thinking, I don't want Moira orbs to just constantly pop off that one. So, I want frenzy amplifier because I'm doing the Kiriko clone gamble. We pick electrolytes instead. The more consistent health should allow me to charge out the gate, get some damage out on them, and, you know, I probably will die quite a lot in this match. Anyway, we go for Chain Grasp because they have Sigma and Kiriko. We're able to Chain Grasp through the Sigma shield, hit the Sigma, and I'm hoping that we can kill the Kiriko clones a lot, and that's why Frenzy Amplifier is going to be good. Now we're up against, Kiriko and Moira. That's strong heals. Sigma. There's Reaper as well, good sustain and things. We're hoping we can just put out some nice damage. Now, we look at their builds, we see the clone, but there was one thing that I did see in those builds which made me think, oh, and that's Sigma. Sigma's power. They've got that's got a healing icon, right? Now, I don't know all of Sigma's powers, like, off the top of my head, but I know a Sigma healing build as a Reaper now teleports up to fight us. Trying to dodge, get to the mini, and then we were going to fade. Reaper takes us down. Electrolytes apparently didn't help that much. We took some damage on the way in. So yeah, I don't know that much about Sigma builds, but when I see Sigma take any of the healing stuff, you think, oh no, is this going to be a mega heal comp? And then you look at it and you go, hang on, Kiriko's mega heals. Reaper has sustain. Cassidy, he took the heal roll thing, right? Are we up against a mega heal comp? So now we try and get that chain grasp value out into the enemy team. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried that I've taken chain grasp in a build where I probably need orbs. Anyway, we did clean them up. Their builds aren't going to kick in later, so it's quite important that we can win some of these early rounds or at least generate some decent money. A couple of our players getting low there, but Briggs got this. So I'm sitting on the payload right now. I'd rather one of our DPS be there, but it's okay. Like, we can get more value than the Brig being on payload here because we can fire the orbs across, and if Brig's back here, they can't utilize any of their shield or anything. Reaper teleporting next to us, we bounce damage off again, trying to rely on Chain Grasp. Brig actually reacts, turns around for that. Reaper retreats, and we just need to make sure that we're still making progress here. Try and get some healing out, damage over. Want to Chain Grasp them at the back there because that's going to force players to move backwards, which relieves pressure on the players who are damaging. Probably should have healed the Zarya a bit earlier there. Instead, we're going for a retreat. Reaper's also flanking again, and they're just going to clean us up here. Just going to see if I could time and fade towards the bot there just to stall it out, but it doesn't really matter. So yeah, this game is going to turn out to be a kind of damage versus healing game. I'm okay spoiling that like early because I think it's a really interesting type of game to play. Ooh, Sigma ult gets cancelled. There's still a Reaper. Reaper does take down our Cassidy. I was expecting to TP up top, instead he stays in, fights a soldier. We get a bit of damage, but I don't really want to push that because I want to be within fade distance to get to my team like this. Because this is where the objective is. If we get all distracted by the Reaper, then big problems. Take a few hits from the Cassidy. We are in the lead, which does mean that we can back off if we need to. Trying to get the clone down there, like just to get that frenzy amplifier reset. Quick check behind as well to see if that Reaper's causing our team any more problems. Try and grasp through the shields. Zarya's backing off. We want to also back off a bit here. We do have the lead again, so it's like just make it difficult for them to move, but we're not committing. So I said need healing there, so we turned around to that. We've got to fade the rock. Cassidy's also on high noon. Go watch it. We can see him. You can kind of peek a little bit with Cassidy, but not with those Sigma shots coming in. Spade up top. Got our coalescence coming up soon. Is so tempting, but we're in the lead. If we weren't in the lead at 100%, well, we would have lost, but 100% would have gone for it. So we've made okay money, but enemy Moira's made so much more. Like, they're like 3k ahead of us right now. But we are in the lead. Healing Orb over the top, should be in range to heal the Xayah. We can't heal him because he's round the corner there, but we can add a little bit of Coalescence. Players in the grab, but enemy Coals come out from the Moira, which is going to neutralize R1. Healing Coalescence is stronger than damage 1. Have to fade back because the Reaper there, but we need to make sure that we're still blocking that objective. Xayah and Brig working well together here. As we push through, we managed to get one down. It's the Cassidy at the back. Sigma's kind of alone here. Sigma comes in. We tried to fade out, but just didn't get out on his screen. On our screen, we were out, but that's how client-side hit registration works. We take the round. Enemy Moira on 18k. We're only on 15. So, I mean, obviously they get the MVP bonus, right? But that's still 17k versus 15. They're 2k ahead of us. Look at that. They've done 9,333 healing. And this changes everything. Because we're on chain grass right now and things were not dying. So, how are we going to fix this?
These teams are giving it their all for a shot at the win.
So, Shield Buster and Advanced Nanobiotics, we're on Chain Grasp, so we're going to maximize that. There's no point in going crazy with ability power. We've got no survival built in now, so Techno Leech, the money works out, or we can go for the one above it, Emergency Chip.
The arena is ready.
Both of those give us 25 extra life. We have to decide, do we want the weapon lifesteal with attack speed, or do we want the weapon power? But then there's that once per life, gives you some overhealth, gives you some lifesteal.
The armory is closing short.
So it's a tricky one to decide. I think Techno Leech is a bit more consistent. So I have to pick that one. Have a look at the builds. Phantasmic Flux over there. For the enemy Moira. Along with the weapon power healing one. I don't know what it's called. I don't buy it very often. So yeah, everything that they're doing right now is leaning towards just mega heals. And that means we are going to be getting Cyber Venom at some point. But right now we don't have the orbs, so... And also it's too expensive to just buy it, like, out as our only item. So we need some ability power, so that we can also, yeah, get involved with that. Xayah pushing forward, Sigma's very low, there is a Reaper behind. Fire a heal up, try and get a little heal over onto the Brig, but Cassidy manages to take Brig down, and then... I mean, Moira got the kill, but the Cassidy is the one who was hitting us hard there. I'm not sure what Modsy's apologizing for. It's, yeah, too many people shooting them. So, enemy team capping this point. Again, enemy Moira's made like 3k cash just from all the healing. And I mean, part of that is because of our Chain Grasp. But if you just heal all of that back up, it's good there. We've got our fade, so we're just going to fade the Sigma Rock. You know, player went up top. Orb comes in over onto the Sigma, try and again get Chain Grasp. There we go. We actually get an limb onto the clone, which means we can use that Frenzy Amplifier. Fade back. Reaper, we heard the footsteps up top. Cassidy does get taken down. Sigma didn't eat our heal orb for some reason, so we can use it on the bounce back. Little heal over time applied to our Xayah as well. Trying to put some damage out, just to force players back again. I find one of the most effective ways to heal players is to actually make the threats to those players leave first of all, then heal them. If you just keep healing, they just keep attacking. So we're always looking for like threat reduction before we heal. I mean, a heal over time is fine, but if you want any sort of sustained heal, it's like, let's damage the Cassidy, now look for the heals, right? That's how I heal with Moira. People won't like that as we fade through so we don't get high noon. Enemy Moira's chasing us, in comes an orb, they've got cross orbal, so we're not winning this one. Can we fade in time? No, we can't. We get punched in the face. Enemy team making some progress now. They're the ones who are going to be capping this point. By the looks of it, in comes Rally from the Brig. It's good, surviving for a little while there. Still surviving up top. Had an option maybe to heal orb, but I wanted to see if I could utilize that Chain Grasp. But on the point, we get a bit deleted. Probably looked at the wrong target there. And yeah, Cassidy's gonna have to get over onto the point. Xayah goes down. No one's on the point. We get taken down. We're behind on cash from our mirror matchup. Fancy over there is getting so much more money than us, and that's a problem. Like, you never want to be behind your mirror matchup by a lot. In this case, we are behind our mirror matchup a lot. So we've got to make some changes. Now, I mean, Chain Grasp, fine. It leans... A max heal build counters a Chain Grasp build. But I'd still expect to make decent money with it. Just they're going to also make decent money. Now we need to do something about their healing. So it's like, can we just get Cyber Venom immediately? And then what power are we going to pick to go with that? So if you notice, I kept Frenzy Amplifier for now because we still have Chain Grasp. I still want to make use of it. We get Cyber Venom and some Ability Lifesteal. Nano Cola. And then the Vitality Amplifier, because I've been really liking that. The fact that it gives you some health, it gives you Ability Lifesteal is also really good. Because of the Ability Lifesteal, we end up getting Power Playbook instead. Because that's just... we don't want to invest too much in Ability Lifesteal. We've actually got to deal some damage. Look at the numbers. Look at that. Enemy Moira on 31k. We're on 24. That is a huge difference. So we also go for Phantasm. They went for Precarious Potency, and this is where you see... Okay, look. We know what they're doing. Sigma's on a healing build. Moira's on a mega heal build. Kiriko with the clone early. Mega heals. Reaper has loads of self-sustain and stuff. Cassidy will have some healing. Sorry, yeah. No, I was right. I got a bit confused with the teams there. So we try and apply this Chain Grasp here. We want to also make sure we're applying Cyber Venom as much as possible. Now, the reason why we picked Phantasm is so that we get 2 independent cooldowns for our orbs. Like, multi-ball would allow us to apply to more than one player, but we'll apply to more than one player, and then we get no reduced healing for ages. Frenzy Amplifier here over onto the Kiriko clone, allows us to then take down the Cassidy. Phantasm orb placed over into the Moira. Can't really commit to this one. I heard some sounds, but I think it was the clone over there. It's just going to fade back. And yeah, so Phantasm, even though it's quite tricky sometimes to place that orb, the fact that I can use my fade, like one orb on him here, and then when that orb's gone, I can lay down a Phantasm orb, and then my other orb's nearly back up. We use Coalescence instead. Sigma, we were ready to dodge the rock, but they kind of messed that up a little bit. Now we're flung up into the air. We've got the health to survive it, so we should be okay. Just got to watch out the Cassidy who's behind us as well. We are aware of them. Fade the flashbang. I think he used it. Either way, we were predicting it. And trying to get some damage out into the clone. Reaper's there. Reaper is quite problematic this game, especially for our DPS, you'll see in the later rounds. As in comes the grab. We tried to lay down an orb next to them. Enemy team retreating, but Sigma's still getting some time on the point. You see how difficult it is just to eliminate this Sigma. We do take him down. And yeah, now it's our time to cap it. Score is still 1-1. So we're not getting like overwhelmed now, but their build scales so well. I'm not sure if we can handle this. We'll see. I mean, our Brig can put out pretty decent healing, and then yeah, if I can anti-heal as much as possible and then put out high damage numbers, maybe we've got a good chance. Zaya also scales quite well as Reaper TP's behind us. Phantasm Orb dropped off just to try and keep the Reaper at bay. In comes Rally from our Brig. Reaper flanks and kills our Cassidy. We're now on the point. Moira's on us as well. We nearly fade out in time. Would have left behind an orb, but Reaper also using their ult. Soldiers on the off angle. Kind of. They're not able to do too much damage to DPS. Now, I'm not putting loads of blame on them because they're really not getting the heals. The thing is, we can't just sit back and heal them at this point. Enemy teams going mega heal. The counter to mega heal is not to also heal yourself, but do less healing. We're not on the build. They've got more money. If we do the same as them, they're just going to be more effective at it, and we're just going to lose. So we have to kind of go the other direction. We have to say, look, we'll put out more damage than that mega heal of yours can sustain. So that's the goal of this game. You see, we put out some damage. We get our MVP. We're basically equal cash that round with the enemy Moira. Yeah, but it's still going to be tricky.
We're picking up speed with a payload race.
Now, I'll tell you what I was thinking at this point. We can't do it anyway. Hi, Pansy. So, I was thinking, if I get Alsaka Suppressor, which we can't do right now because we haven't got Ethereal, then that's even more. They don't stack, by the way. Cyber Venom and Alsaka Suppressor do not stack. But there's downtime between your orbs. And if I get that, I can apply another heal reduction against them with El Saka Suppressor. In the meantime, the Reaper's putting out some pretty crazy damage. So Lumerico would be good. It allows me to step up close to them again. I did sell Frenzy Amplify, but then go and rebuy it. So we pretty much just bought Lumerico as well. Lumerico on Moira is... honestly, I think it is my favorite item. It's just so useful. The extra health is so valuable. The fact that its armor is valuable. The restore whenever you use an ability on Moira's low cooldowns. Really, really strong. And the ability power. Like, for the price, it's incredible. Could also add a gadget if you want to, in order to proc it a bit more often. Looking at some of those numbers, the enemy Sigma's healing quite a lot as well. I've played against this heal build a lot, and I know that I'm not just going to sit there and try and heal our team. This is all about applying anti-heals to every single person we can. So we drop off our orb. Lumerico healing us up a bit there. Zarya moves forward. This game is incredible, by the way. We're still early on it, but trust me, this game gets wild. Oh, Cassidy flanked behind us, but we didn't hear him until too late. Too focused on the orb bounces. Our Zarya pushes forward, tries to get the damage out, but yeah, it's a struggle with all the healing. So now we're just looking where we can go here. I don't like backing off from this. I want to put some pressure on them, get the other side of the shield and drop off the Phantasm Orb. And we make sure that we're behind cover. So we try and heal the Zarya. Our regular healing is not that strong, but Brig comes out of spawn with a pack. Drop off another orb next to him, take the high ground, expecting a rock potentially. As Brig rallies in, so we're going to try and fire an orb over towards their retreat location. Drop off another orb there. Sigma's so low there, but the Reaper... it's really difficult to ignore a Reaper there. As enemy Moira uses Coalescence, we jump up top just to get some cover, but now we're trying to heal the Brig. I was debating whether I should fire the heal orb or not. I didn't feel like it got through. Looked to see where the grab is just in case I needed to do something else. But saw that it was too far away from the action, so we just started to attack. Head towards the enemies and then fade up the top. Here the Reaper TP behind us. We keep running, use Coalescence. Point blank range to a Sigma. We should have maybe just taken a second to look first. This time we fade behind cover just to make sure that the High Noon's not an option for the enemy team. Here's a problem though. The objective. Enemy objective is moving far here. And we're just trying to put out the damage, but we haven't got the AP right now. The anti-heals are good, but our team needs more damage, and yet in order to get more damage, we have to either let our Zarya's energy go higher up, or we have to keep our DPS alive. And we can't really keep our DPS alive because we've got to, you know, apply these anti-heals. It's a real conundrum for us at the moment. DPS just have to try and survive against this Reaper. The Reaper's playing fantastic, by the way. Like, really good focus fire from them. It's pretty much Zarya, Brig, and I, and then 2 DPS trying to survive against the Reaper. So enemy team's getting it really, really close here. I have to fade backwards. I'm not going to make that through. We've still got a little bit of time to play with as Reaper's chasing us around. I do need to start making my way through, though. It's so difficult. We got to get in. Oh, Zarya's making the push. I don't really want to use heal orbs, even when my health is low, because I want to apply these debuffs. Any opportunity for it. Oh, High Noon behind us, but we've got to get close to actually touch the point. We do. It cost us a couple of our players' lives here. Brig comes in with the rally as well. We fade. Lumerico doing so much work. Another damage orb. We're going to use our Coalescence now. Sigma lifts us into the sky. Make sure that the Brig's okay. She is okay. So if we go attack the Sigma up top, just because we can, that's going to hopefully force them back. Is there anybody else nearby? Not that I see. I think with Kiriko going down, Zarya's chasing. I want to try and cut off the Moira from healing. We just put out a bit of damage. Cassidy's also there. We're going to fade back Lumerico again. The problem is Sigma's got a lot of healing. It's quite difficult for our Zarya and Brig to take them down, especially when Kiriko also TP's in. As now it seems to be clearing them up. Zarya must be really, really high energy right now. We've got 4 players sitting around the 2 objectives with Zarya pushed forward. I don't really want to leave this. It's so close to the end. I'm a bit worried. Like, without the visual indication to tell me exactly how far this objective is for them to cap, I feel like we need to have someone permanently on it. Reaper now. Got to make sure that we get towards the point. Don't want... Oh, it's good because the Brig's there. We get stunned by the Sigma. In comes a grab. No one touching the point. We actually managed to win that round. That is something that I did not expect. Guys, if you didn't expect that, hit the like button.
Up next,
Yeah, that'd help me out.
let's push.
Right.
Now's the time for our teams to work
What
out
to
their
go here?
strategies.
Because multi-ball would be awesome. But remember, I said I had it in my head. If I was to go get El Saka Suppressor, when you've got Ethereal, we can aim for the head and it will apply a 2-second anti-heal or 3-second or whatever it is. It's the same as Cyber Venom, but now it means in between my orb cooldowns, I can also apply it. And I know how much healing their build's going to have, so I'm delegating myself out as the debuffer. They call him the debuffer. Well, yeah, that's what we're doing. And then I'm like, look, since we still have Chain Grasp and we still have Ethereal, we can actually get some damagey kind of items, right? We could go for something like wrist wraps.
We've already seen so much action, and
But instead I go, you know what? The Reaper's a problem. Now I've got a lot of armor. I've got a lot of survivability. So I end up buying Vitality. And I just think... No, it's Vitality. Yeah, the other one. So having that extra armor... I mean, look at that. We've got 400 health. A massive chunk of it is armor. And we get to sustain quite a lot of it. We have ability lifesteal as well. We don't have a healing orb with cross orbal though.
The armory is closing shortly.
So, enemy Moira is on a Phantasm cross orbal. They've got a Precarious Potency, tons of weapon power. So yeah, they're just going to have a crazy amount of healing here. And we've got to somehow deal with that.
The objective goes live in
Right.
10.
So making our way through to the middle of this point. We bounce an orb into that room, hopefully apply some debuffs. Push up forward here, enemy Moira's there in Kiriko Clone. Debuffs applied to them, make sure we get the Sigma. Look, we're just... You see the mark above their heads when they're debuffed with anti-heal. If they've got a little, like, purple circle. As, oh, we fade back, losing Numerico, but there's a Reaper with crazy attack speed sitting in front of us. Gonna fade away, but we're... Sorry, Wraith away. I don't know what you want to call it. We're having to retreat here, enemy team. Pushing forward, Casty looks like he's going to be in trouble. Zaya maybe didn't have a bubble there. So you fire a rare heal orb just to get the Zaya up. Because like, get their health back up. Because, yeah, there weren't really any targets that we... Oh, we got stunned there, but again, having that much damage... sorry, that much armor and survivability allows us to survive this one as Reaper now pushes our DPS. Drop off an orb, but we've got to focus on the rest of our team here. Make sure that they do not go down as we punch the Kiriko clone. Kiriko escapes. Reaper was teleporting that way as well. Okay, try and attack the Sigma. We see that we can't kill the Sigma before the ult comes, so it's like, let's at least get a heal over time over onto our Brig. So now there's the Reaper. Just make sure that they get hit. I was considering getting liquid nitrogen as well, but I just couldn't. It's tricky. Like, the Reaper's fast, like, and it's nice to slow down the enemy team. But in this case, I felt like having more of the heal reduction. Because if Kiriko Suzu's it and I've got a few seconds for the orb cooldown, that's a lot of healing they'd be able to do. Just having El Saka Suppressor, you're going to accidentally hit their head so often as in comes a huge grab onto them. We're trying to dodge the High Noon. Here, peeking, because even if he fires, it almost never hits them. Wait for the Sigma to continue to use their little suck thing. Before we fire the orb, that was. And yeah, we seem to be cleaning up quite well here. Our team is in the lead. We fade back through. Reaper's chasing us down, though. That Reaper is scary. Even with that much armor that we've got. Just kind of crushes through us. They're surviving with good movement. Like, good ability timing as well. In comes another Sigma ult. Lift up our Brig. Our Brig's kind of weak, but just has to hit a whip shot or something. They might be able to survive this. Reaper again flanking. In comes Rally from the Brig as well. We see the Reaper next to us. We drop off an orb just to make sure that we've got that anti-heal on them. Our Zyra and Brig seem to be surviving quite well up the top. He's jumping now. Kiriko clone taken down. We win the round. Money is so close as well. This game is really close. Look at their heal numbers. Sigma's on 5,700. Moira was on like 5,200. We had Kiriko on 4,000.
Coming up,
Compared to ours, we've got like 6k combined. That's the nature of healing versus damage matches. So, what are we going to do here? We've got quite a bit of money still to spend. 20k here. We can get 2 10k items. Phantasmic Flux allows me to sell Vitality Amplifier, is it called? Because I still get the ability lifesteal from that way, but I'm also getting some weapon lifesteal. And since I've got El Saka Suppressor, and Phantasmic Flux is going to give me some weapon power as well. That's good. And you know what else has some weapon power on it? Weapon Jammer. I actually was going to say, what's it called? Super Flexor. Why have we picked Weapon Jammer? Well, it's a debuff. And Reaper's attack speed is really, really high. So I was thinking, look, Reaper's causing a bit of a problem. If we have a look, 30% attack speed on Reaper. We've got 15 on the Moira. We've got 5 on the Cassidy. Weapon Jammer, when we do some weapon damage to a target, it's going to reduce their attack speed. So we're going to check the enemy again. Okay, Reaper's only on 20% now. Moira's still on 15 though. And Cassidy has some bonus attack speed as well. So if we right-click grasp any of those, we're going to reduce their attack speed for some time. So that's good. The other thing about Weapon Jammer is, yeah, it gives me some weapon power. It gives me my own attack speed, which is going to all work out for chain grasp and things. And it also gives me 25 extra armor. So it's even more like tankiness against the Reaper, who's now sat in front of us. We still got to respect it, though, because they can still put out a lot of damage. Reaper is behind us now. Trying to make sure we focus on the players at the front, though, because we are looking to debuff as many players as we can. That means just independently targeting each one of them with the right-click grasp, and then trying to get the orbs in the general location. We fade back here. Sigma's isolated. Managed to push some players back, but they quickly moved forward as soon as we left there. Rally comes in from our brig. Sigma's next to us. We fade through. Got to be a bit careful of a rock coming in here. We try and apply a little heal over time to our soldier. It's not going to do a lot. We do have some weapon power now, so get a bit more as our Xayah takes down Cassidy. Well, I mean, we stole the kill, but Xayah did all the hard work. Our team look like we're capping this midpoint, putting out good damage, and yeah, their Kiriko didn't manage to pull off too much heals there. Maybe we found the way.
You cannot escape me.
So we can join the rest of our team after capping. Same kind of thing here. I don't want to fire heal orbs. In comes the Sigma ult. Lifts our Xayah up. Xayah can bubble this though, so it's fine. But the Reaper takes down our Cassidy behind. I didn't notice that at the time. As we use Coalescence, we're trying to hit everybody with this anti-heal, but we've got to go behind here and try and heal our Xayah up a little bit. Use both of our cooldowns there for orbs, just so we can get some more damage out. Making sure that we get a little bit of healing on. Rally comes in from the brig. This is looking really good for our team. We win the fight. We win the game. Kind of anyway, as Cassidy takes down Reaper, finally gets that revenge. As in comes Sigma over onto the point. Try and drop an orb off there, but I mean, that's all. Grab comes in as well. We haven't got our orb cooldowns though. Sigma does immediately eat it. It still applied to one set of debuffs. You see the Reaper sneak behind the Cassidy, now over onto our brig. Brig's running low as well. Enemy team look like they're coming out on top here. Another Sigma ult lifts our Xayah up. We're not going to be able to save them, so we're just going to go back onto the point. See if there was any low players. There wasn't any low, so we were looking to retreat, but Sigma was trying to cut us off there. So instead we go forward, see if we can do any damage on the point, delay them from capping it. It should give us time to spawn. We all get the forward spawn here, so that's going to put us in the advantageous position. Going into this next fight, we use our Coalescence. Probably a bad thing to do, but it looked like the Sigma was committing. Trying to make the most out of this, but yeah, Cole just doesn't do enough damage. So we try and heal up the Xayah. Xayah's retreating. We have to also retreat back over onto the point. Sigma's still there with a barrier. We're taking loads of damage from the Cassidy. Really, really low health here. I was trying to fire the orb. As soon as I fire off a volley of orbs, I was going to fade. But, wow, yeah. Somehow enemy team's crushing us. I don't think we've got enough time here. If Xayah dies right now, then that's a huge problem. She does as well. I don't think we can get back to the point here. Enemy team are waiting out in the open for us as well. So it's like we've got to see if there's an opportunity to fade through. Rock does hit us. We're going to have to... Oh, I thought we were going to heal orb there, but actually we opted for a damage orb. Probably the wrong choice. Maybe I just didn't believe that we were going to get through. So yeah, that was pretty unexpected actually. Like, it looked like we were just going to win after we won the middle. It looked like we were just going to win the next round, but
Coming up next.
Yeah, they managed to
Head-to-head
come back on
in
that one.
Control. Time for the teams to gear up.
So, round 7. There's an argument for cross-orbal, but look, I want to apply debuffs to as many people as I can. Gonna sell Vitality. Gonna sell Weapon Jammer. The Alsaka Suppressor is a tricky one. Like, should we sell that? So, Champion's Kit. I know I need more damage. Super Flexor and Champion's Kit is going to give me a huge ability power spike. Now there's the question, do I even bother with Alsaka Suppressor? Or do I just need more damage? And I'm thinking like, it's really difficult, you know. The thing is, Ethereal Excision is actually good even without utilizing any weapon power stuff. Because if you're aiming for the head on someone when you fire your orbs, you're going to get the lifesteal on your orb damage. So it's good for keeping you alive. It's also good for movement speed reasons. I go and check the map quickly just to kind of visualize it all. I think, you know what? Extendrils. That's going to apply the debuffs a bit more often to players. We've got good survivability. Phantasmic Flux and Numerico. We've got huge ability power with Champion's Kit and Superplexer. We've got Cyber Venom. We were considering Liquid Nitrogen, but in this situation with these builds, I think the anti-heals and just ability power is more important than slowing them down. Even if, you know, slowing down does mean that your team hit more. Genuinely feel like this is the right choice for this round.
3, 2, 1.
So yeah, they are still on crazy heal builds. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. So let's see how this last round goes. Winner takes all. Going into round 7. If we miss your round 7, yeah, kind of for these moments, right? So we push forward. We need to try and get some damage to the other side of that shield. So we just move forward. We've got enough survivability, at least for now. As our Cassidy gets taken down. I mean, if they move a bit further forward, oh, Reaper next to us, we're going to have to fade that one. Cassidy's also here. I feel like our team needs to move forward. Our DPS have to be a bit brave because they will get just accidental heals, especially when they're around the brig. They might get some bubbles from the Zyra as well. But there's no way that we can sit behind here. There's ooh, 2 ults coming from the enemy team. We've got... we're so low health. So we got baited into a trap. We pushed around the corner. Sigma got an ult off. Moira with a coalescence as well. It's not looking good. Our team having to fall back, at least for now. So I did get taken down, so we're going to start from the 0 energy again. Should I say low energy? But we do have ults coming up. We know that they've used their tank and Moira ult. Cassidy on the flank. Let's just bounce an orb there. Hopefully get rid of them. We heard some noise over that way, so we wanted to make sure that we get some healing over onto the soldier. But the soldier's down as well. Fade back. Use the coalescence. We can use this for anyone who's overextended out a bit. Cassidy's shooting us from the right side though, so we had to back off from that. This time though, we're going to chase them because the enemy team are retreating a bit. Reaper's next to us. Let's drop off an orb for him and then we'll push forward. Zaya's also getting a little bit low, but I think Brig, and combined with some overhealth help there. And now me and Brig going on to the Sigma. Sigma's very low. Rally was used, but the Sigma flies up in the air. Very low health. Can we take the Sigma down? We do get slammed, but it's not enough in terms of the damage. And our team clean up. Take the point. Enemy team with 59% though. That's a lot, especially when they're this hard to kill. So we want to make sure that we push forward. Don't really care about that little Moira damage at this point. We want to make sure that we are playing this far forward so that we've got some room to kite out. And it's good our tank here, even our soldiers, like just trying to stay up there and get a bit of damage. I think this is good. Flat bounce the orb there, get one orb the other side. Just delayed the use of fade there, just so that we could get the most out of Numerico. And also Cyber Venom is now in between the choke, just to make sure it also applies to anyone going through there and a bit of damage that they still have to heal up. So our Briggs there, Briggs Zyra, and that our DPS getting flanked by the Reaper again. Reaper is an absolute menace towards our DPS here. Look at this. Oh, huge grab from the Zyra. We drop off an orb there, try and heal the Zyra over time. We've got our coalescence, which we can use, supporting the Brig with a rally as well at the same time. Our team's on 73%, 74% of the objective capped. Brig pushing around the corner here, even more, but there's a well-placed shield in the way. We fade through with the orb, but now our Brig's really low. Can we get some healing onto the Brig? We've got a little heal over time. Brig should be right if she can hit something else, get a little bit more of a heal, because Maybe no cooldowns there, but the Brig's health was not recovering as fast as we want. Our team's pushing through. Enemy Cassidy takes down our soldier. Players are weak though. We take down the Cassidy. Sigma's there. Reaper behind gets taken down by the Cassidy. The DPS are doing stuff. We just don't notice it. We see that a lot of their deaths. But our team come out on top. Take round 7. And wow, well played for our team there. Huge mitigation. As mentioned by the Brig there, 40k in 1 round. That's insane. Well, guys, hope you liked the video. Fancy gets play of the game. What was this? This was the Sigma trap, wasn't it? Yeah, rotate around. Yeah, huge. Absolutely huge ult. Could have been game changing, but we just managed to pull it off in the end. Guys, hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Bye.